How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Petty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And this is the second time that I've said this today, because our first recording got about 20-some minutes in, and then I ran out of disk space. It corrupted. Streamlabs crashed. It was a great time. Good quality stuff. So, yeah, here we are once again. And real fast, just to set up the video for you guys, essentially what we're trying to do here today is create the broke boy tier list. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but literally everyone has done a tier list in the last week. I didn't get the memo. I don't know what that's about. But we're, going to go ahead and lean into the meme with everyone else. But I thought that we would speak from experience, from a place of knowledge of what we have. And that is of poverty. So we're going to do this one for the broke boys. You could also look at this as a free-to-play tier list as well, but we want to throw some quotations on that because we're here to mostly meme. So we're going to throw some real advice in here. I 100% promise that's happening too. But this is, half joke, half serious. So just keep that in mind once we start ranking things. I know. So, also, real quick, there's some people in here from 1.3 that aren't even out yet, and we have no information on them, so they're not really going to get placed on the tier list. That's just the one that I happen to click on, and we're going with it, okay? We're sticking to this. This one's for the broke boys, okay? All my poor people out there. So, let's go ahead and start rolling into this. So, first dude that we have up on our list, let me go ahead and just move over to the side a little bit so I'm not out of frame as much. We got our main character. This man's pretty solid. You can't really say too much bad about him, especially for us poor people. He's decent, and we're going to go ahead and put him A, and we're keeping in mind that in the new areas, he's going to unlock more powers, and he's going to have, more chances to have a seat at the table, when you're setting up your teams. So this man, we can give an honest A. A little bit of investment in him isn't going to do you wrong, okay? Who we got next? Albedo. Okay. New 5-star. You've seen him on all the top creators teams. If you're on Twitch, you see him being used right now tons. And he's doing great damage because those people are rich. So on our per people list, he going on D. He going straight to D. And also, real fast, part of my premise, because there is some legitimate reason for me wanting to put 5 stars lower on the poor people or broke boy list, if you will, because some of them are honest to God traps. Like the amount you have to invest in them will hurt the rest of your team, and you need your whole team to keep progressing in the game. There is no getting one person and now he can hard carry through everything. DPSs die like that, okay? It is almost impossible for a single person to hard carry. He can be your top murderer, but he ain't gonna take your whole team to the top. And some of these 5 stars are a little bit trapped, so just keep that in mind as we keep going here. So we got our girl Amber up next. We love Amber. Amber, while she will have a big drop off once you get later into the game, in terms of you're probably going to pull people that have some more interesting kits and can do a little bit more for your team. So our girl's going to sit at B. But if you stick with her and you use her early game, you can get great damage out of her. If you focus on a weak point damage build, crazy damage. Throw 2Ps for martial artists that you get early on through the adventure book. Oh, she's going to be doing chunky early game damage. And she can be used in endgame. She can do some great damage on that side. So she earns a B. She earns an honest B, okay? Who we got next on the list? Someone that's not in the game. Okay, moving on. Barbara. Okay. Easy A all day. Barbara is one of the best healers in the game. She absolutely deserves this spot. And they've given her away, I think, twice for free now. So, like, chances are you're going to end up with a Barbara. Chances are you're going to end up with a constellation or two for Barbara. She is your hard carry support. If you're using her and you have her built decently, you don't really need anybody else there to, mitigate damage or kind of help supplement heal. Like, she can be it. She can be it. One of the few people in the whole game that can be the whole defensive support for your team. 100%. 100%. And, for the poor people, you ain't gonna get a better healer. Were you gonna get Jean? You gonna get Jean and get her all maxed out and have her doing all kinds of crazy healing? That don't happen in our house. We know that. We've got who we got next? Baido. S all day. And another honorary S, just so we can talk about them both at the same time, because they both fit the same spot. Where are you, boy? Where are you? There we go. Razor. First two honorary S's of the day. Not even honorary, because honorary kind of just means like you're giving them that even though they ain't really earned it. Thinking like honorary degrees. These are hard-earned S spots right here. These are one of the two, like, they can be your carry DPS, not in the sense that you can forget about the rest of your team. Remember that whole rant at the beginning. But this man can absolutely do some disgusting damage and really carry your team into the damage department. And if you eventually, find a way to get something much better and replace him, either of these characters can carry your team to an abyss, no problem. No problem whatsoever. So they are incredibly safe investments for us poor people. These are the poor people's champions right here, okay? They show up and murder things. So S's all day. S's all day. Oop, sorry, I'm gonna just punch the microphone a little bit. Next up, we got Bennett. Bennett's really good. He's I've done an entire video saying that he is just absolutely amazing. And he is. He is. We're gonna drop our boy down here in B. You might be wondering why. So Bennett's great, but the only time Bennett can be your main healer is if you're already on coast content. Most of us probably aren't on coasting content. Most of us are still probably getting bullied to a certain degree. So when you roll with Bennett, you also need to most likely have another support, which can make putting together an effective team a little bit difficult. So without a bunch of his constellations, without all of that good crazy stuff, he's just not good enough at the healing role to be your real healer. At least not for a while. He is a pipe dream. He's a good character, and there's a decent chance that you can get enough constellations in him that you can do some real nice stuff. But we're just gonna say, but he's a pipe dream. He's a pipe dream for us poor people. I've got my Bennett, my C0 Bennett, and he's great, but he cannot be your main healer if you're still pushing through new content. If you're kind of just on auto farm at this point, yeah, Bennett would have a much higher place on this list. But I'm guessing that a lot of the other poor people out there probably aren't running around with a full team of level 90s just decimating stuff. It's just a guess. Just a hunch. You know what I mean? Guy's probably in the AR-40s, 30s somewhere. Yeah, now is not the time to invest in this man. So on the poor people's list, he only getting a B. He only getting a B. All right, so I don't think we've really hurt any feelings yet. This next one might, and I apologize for that now. But our boy Chong, C. We putting him right here towards the bottom of the list. You might be like, Patty, why? He does good damage. For early game and, for cryo accessibility, he's a lot more realistic for people to get than Chi-Chi. Why you have such a problem with him? Because I can't make him very best friends with Razor. That's why. The way that Chong's ability works essentially replaces physical damage from your teammates' attacks with the elemental damage with his skill. So most of these guys' damage comes from the physical damage bonus modifier. So those getting wiped out completely instead of his ice attacks being an additive to it and them just replacing them. makes him kind of not as good of a support as he could be. And with the kind of people that most of us are going to have as an option for our DPS carries, yeah, he gonna hurt the team. He gonna hurt the team. So as much as I love this man, as much as I wish I could put him higher on this list, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. You down there and you deserve to be there. All right, Diluc, D, get them 5 stars out of here. Get them 5 stars out of here. But no, out of all of the 5 stars that we're going to meme today, he is one of the few that is worth the investment putting in him. You don't want to over invest in him and have the rest of your team not able to keep up with your world level and the domains that you need to farm. But if you get him and you can put some resources in him, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. Just don't go crazy, but in the spirit of what we're here to do today, to just honor the broke boys. D, get out of here. Get out of here. Diona. This one's a little mean, but she's a C2. And not because her kit is super bad or anything like that, but she came out in the game at a point where all of us are so invested in certain characters that there's no way any of us can afford to build her with any seriousness. So, like, I don't know, maybe she's good. We'll find out in like 3 months, because that's when half of us will be able to afford to build her. So, sorry, Diana. You might have had a chance, but there's too much time-gated resources in this game, so we can't do anything with you. I'm sorry. I don't want to put you on that list there, but it's where you belong right now. Official. This should go without saying. S all day. S all day. One of the best supports, not in the defensive category, but the offensive supports. Amazing. Her E, so easy to combo with. You can throw her in almost any team and get results out of it. Official is an S all day. S all day. Next two, we've got Ganyu and Jean. We can make this real quick and just go ahead and throw both of them on that D list. Get that stuff out of here. We're here for the pores today. Okay, we're here for the pores. And again, just to kind of reiterate, the chances of you getting constellations of these people over playing for a couple of months is very good. Okay, there is a decent chance that you'll be able to get enough of these constellations for these guys that they'll be more impactful than a no constellation 5-star. Diluc kinda isn't in that category, but these other 3, yeah, all day. So that puts them in the trap category for me, okay? As a poor person, I have to look out for traps all the time because we're already behind. If we get sent back even further, I don't know, we have to pay Go $200. I don't know how reverse monopoly works, but that's how it feels when you're playing the game of life's poor. So, yeah, we buy 5 stars, get out of here. And you know what? Here's a time to just show that, we care, all right? Kaya, we're going to give this man a B, all right? Out of just respect for all the Kaya players out there. I know there's a few here, and I got love for y'all. I do. I've seen them. But if you got no other characters in this entire game, if you got some weird bug that murdered the pity system and you were not guaranteed 4-star or 5-star characters ever, Kaya can do things technically. So, like, that man can show up to work. I would, rather see people investing more in Amber than Kaya, but until they buff Kaya, he gonna just sit right here, out here with his E. It's just like, here's a little bit of snow. Stop it. Get out of here. That's the worst E in the entire game. Did you see the rest of the characters that you made? You made them. You should know what they're doing. You just gave this man this little splash of water. He's the frozen Magikarp of Genshin, okay? That's that's how I feel. I'm sorry, okay? All right. Ooh. Kaching, or not Kaching. Yeah. I have personal experience with her, okay? So I know she belongs in D. All right? This is 100% a trap character that I just pulled. Because the amount of time that it would take for me to build her out right now would be ridiculous. And I desperately need to do things on my core characters right now. And the amount of time it'll take for me to do all of that will literally take 2 weeks to 3 weeks of farming. So I know I can't use her. I can't build her right now, and she's a trap. So, D. 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 But I hear she can do some good damage. Alright, so this next one might seem a little biased because I have a Klee. But we'll put her at C. We'll be nice, okay? We'll be nice to this 5-star. Klee, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And the fact that all of her attacks, like her auto attacks and everything, are all fire, makes it super easy to combo in stuff, okay? Ching just out here swinging her sword half the time, alright? Same thing with a lot of these people. So, Klee out here. Klee out here, y'all. But again, don't do what I did with my Klee, which is spent way too many of my resources into her. And when I went up world level, the whole rest of my team was so far behind that all of us were dying. All of us. Didn't matter what I had put into my Klee. I was getting murdered. So, you know, world levels are harder as you go up. But they're even harder if you're not going in there with a good balance of investment on your characters. So, 5 stars at the bottom. 5 stars at the bottom. Alright, we got Lisa up next. And you know what? Lisa's... Oh, this one's a little tough. I'm a put Lisa in B. I almost want to give her A. Because, like, all of the people that use the catalyst for weapons, mages, I don't know what you want to call them, all of their basic attacks are whatever element that they are. So that makes them very good for comboing with other characters. So they have a real strong impact for us poor people without all this super exotic stuff. So I'm just saying. Lisa's good. She's worth some investment, and if you get some of these, you know, better tier people, you can rotate her to your team 2 for Abyss. You know what I mean? So, I feel okay about that. For whatever reason, we have the female traveler next. I don't know why they put both of them on here. Just like cut both of their faces in half and push their faces together, and bam, now we all know which one you're talking about, and we don't have to play this silly game. But sure, you're on here too. Let me put you next to your brother. All right, Mona, you know where you're going. Straight to D. She can do some pretty good damage, and can also set up some other people to do some nice things. But trap. On the same level of trap, I would say, as our girl right here. Okay, I feel like I'm being fair, but we'll just go with that. All right, so okay. Next, we got Ning Wang. She's a crowd favorite. She is very beloved in the community, and she is one of the more satisfying, kind of mage characters to play. We're safely gonna put her in A. That is, she good. Okay, she out here. Also, absolutely in the A category as well is our girl Noelle. She is absolutely devastating at endgame if you build her. So she is given to, like, I think all new players as part of like the starter banner that you can summon on. And she is a great backup healer. You can take her, pair her with our boy Bennett over here, and bam, your heals are covered. You don't have to bring Barbara on that team now because you've got 2 people with supplemental healing that can work together and give you all the healing you need. And yeah, between that, her great utility, and the fact that she is so aggressive towards the end and does amazing damage. She can solo some stuff, which she just should not be allowed to do. We should not be allowing Noelle out here summoning Abyss level or soloing Abyss levels. Just no. But it happens, so that's why she's an easy A. Easy A. Little zombie dead girl. Sorry, you know the rules. You know the rules. This one's for the broke boys. All right, we're gonna need you to get to the bottom of the list. Uh, Again, if you happen to get her as a broke boy, there are very few cryo users in the game, so I would not fault you for wanting to build her. But just keep in mind, don't over invest those resources. Make sure the rest of your team's good and that you guys are set up for the future already before you go anything near going ham on her. Okay? Okay? As long as we're all clear on that, cool. Cool. All right. Who else we got? Ooh, Sucrose. Okay. Okay. We didn't get to her in the other video, so this one I'm looking forward to a little bit. And honestly, I think she's one of the best supports in the game, and I don't think she gets put on enough. So you know what? Sucrose, S tier in my book. S tier in my book. She's one of the only characters in the game that has multiple avenues to boost your team's elemental mastery. So with the right setup, threading her in with your team combos will make your people murderers. Okay? Absolutely gross. There is almost no other support in her category the way that she supports your team. So like she great. She great. And she's been on some banners already. Like, poor people, we have a chance here. We have a chance here. And she is a beautiful person to invest in. She's absolutely amazing in Abyss. You will, if she's not on your main team, she will absolutely be on your second team. Sucrose, S tier in my opinion. Okay? Just being honest. Just being honest. It's very, very few people in that support role coming that hard in the paint. Just doing work. Just doing work. Childe. Yeah. He needs his constellations to be a really good DPS. He's a good DPS. To be a really good DPS, he has to have his constellations. So you earn that D spot with the... He is a whale character, in my opinion. Sorry. Venti. You know what? We'll be nice. We'll be nice twice, in fact. We're going to bring Jean up from the D list, and we're going to put Venti on the tier list. Okay? On the C list, excuse me. So, Jean, I might have been a little rash before. She is a very good healer. Could be very impactful for your second team. Or give you the ability to move your Barbara to your second team and let you make some more risky decisions on that side. But they're okay. Venti, he can pull people together, but I would not build him like I would build other 5 stars that I've told you could be potential use to you. I would park that man like an ascension or 2 behind the rest of your team. His job is literally just to jump out, press it, or do his elemental burst, group all the enemies up together, and then go back to his hidey hole, because that's it. That's his whole life. Okay? Don't be out here trying to do some damage with him. I mean, I'm sure you could try. You might be the first. But yeah, as a poor person, don't invest in this man. Don't. He's here so the whales have an easy way of pulling all the monsters together so they can switch to their Diluc, and see some gross numbers. He's not here for us. He's not one of our people, okay? Just no. But we'll be nice and we'll put him in the C list, okay? He is not as big a trap as the rest of them because you can use him at that lower utility. Or at that lower level and everything as basically just, hey, come here. But, ooh, okay. We got Xiangling next. I am a huge fan. Huge fan. Honestly, I want to personally put her in S tier. But I feel like I would get a lot of fight back on that. So we'll put her on A. We'll put her at the very front of A tier. You're going to have to move. That's her spot, okay? She's number 1 in the A slot. Use her and Fischl together. I call it my Pokemon team. because they just throw both of their pets out. Those pets murder everything, and you kind of just stand back and like, good job, guys. I'm proud of you. You don't have to do anything. It's amazing. So in my opinion, Xiangling deserves to be S. Also, she has, I think, been in one event, been in 2 banners at this point. Chances of getting constellations of her, and her constellations are pretty impactful. The extra length on her ultimate makes it one of the easiest ultimates to combo with multiple characters. You can switch in 2 different people and get their ults off in the time that the constellation extends her. So again, I think she belongs up here, but we'll give her the number 1 A spot because, you know, maybe some of y'all don't know and I don't feel like fighting with you, but that's what we're going to go with. Alright, so Zhao. Oh, God. I know we said that we weren't putting any characters that weren't already in the game on the list. We're just going to S. I'm coming, daddy. But for real, I'm saving for this man right now. We're coming. We gonna have Sim. We gonna have Sim. But honestly, and again, he deserves to be in D because I'm sure he will be as much of a whale DPS as Childe is. But I want him. I'm going to get him. So we'll let our bias put him on C. That's fine. That's fine. I'll sleep fine tonight. Won't faze me at all. All right. We're just going to go ahead and put him right there. He is also one of the most slept on supports. Though I think he gets more recognition than Sucrose gets. He is an amazing person to have on your team. His ability gives people damage reduction, knockback resistance, and heals. And that's not the only thing happening in his kit. That's just all I can remember offhand. Jinquei is that man's. It's actually a meme that they included him in Ganyu's banner in attempts to try and get people to pull on that banner because there were a lot of people that were hotly anticipating him being with Zhao. And being able to get a bunch of him when they go for our boy here. So, y'all got pranked by MiHoYo, and now he's in this banner, so sorry. But he's super solid. If you happen to get him and you're lacking a backup healer, say you've got Barbara and she's set, but you've only got, say, a Noelle for your second team, and you know that's going to need some backup heals, Jinquei is a great person to put with someone that shields. It absolutely disgusting. The damage reduction from him and on the shields, it's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. You'll forget that you even need to heal anybody in the game if you're running these 2 on a team together. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Absolutely amazing. But I wouldn't like try to do a bunch of damage with him. So, you know, be responsible. He's a support, not a murderer. Our girl here, I have heard so many good things about her, but to me personally, she's kind of in the same boat as Diona, where it is so difficult to actually invest in some of these new characters. But we'll be nice, because I've heard amazing things, and I think there's some of you out there that would put her S tier, that would put her A tier. But she's a brand new character. Who knows when we'll see her in another banner? Who knows when she'll be added to the normal summoning pool? So, honestly, you kind of deserve to be in C, but we'll be nice. We're being nice here, okay? Oh, and Mister, I swear I'm getting buffed next patch. Don't be mad at me, daddy. D. Sorry, Zhongli. That man should understand why on a poor person's list he's all the way at the bottom. But he's a poor person that doesn't understand poor people, so he deserves to be on D twice. If I could copy and paste and put him on that second line again, I would. Let's bust out E and put him on there. But alright, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I just felt the need to lean into the meme. I mean, everyone's doing tier lists for some reason, so we might as well get one out. And get one out that connects to our people, the poors. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. We're going to go ahead and call it on this one. And you're going to have to catch your boy in the next one because we're out of here. Deuces.